There are clearly all kinds of problems in our society. And those problems range from the very top, from the bankruptcy and indebtedness of nation states, all the way down to the bottom, where, in political campaigns, you have each side going at each other's throats, which stems from the inability of basic people to put food on the table for themselves, or the struggle that people are going through to find work, or just the struggle that people are having to remain as a family or get involved in their own community. And so everyone is experiencing so many different problems that start at home. They start in the communities, they start in the families, and they go all the way up through these giant political structures to who's the president, who's your representative, all these types of things. And we have this problem-solving method called democracy, and we often hear, oh, this is what democracy looks like, or we've got to save our democracy, or this is what is required for a healthy democracy. And I would propose to you that this is what democracy looks like. This is exactly what democracy looks like. The inability to solve problems in any sort of realistic way between people, pitting people against each other and coming up with average to mediocre solutions at the very best, which is why you would never see democracy used in any sort of real life situation. People don't say, hey, let's go out to dinner and we're going to decide in some sort of democratic vote. And does everybody agree ahead of time to be bound by violence to the results, whether or not you even participate in the vote? Oh, you don't want to go to the restaurant? Too bad. We're going to drag you. And if you don't want to be dragged, then we're going to punch you in the face and, strap you to the chair at the restaurant and force feed you the food. And, democracy, especially backed by violence, is a horrible way of problem solving, which is why you never see people using it at all outside of the political arena. And so you can turn on the TV and you can see the analysis from the left or the right to society's problems, or from the Republicans and the Democrats, or the libertarians, or the progressives, or the conservatives, or whatever name somebody wants to give themselves for appearing on the arbitrary scale of political false dichotomy. Everyone's got their own opinions as to what is the solution for society's problems. And you can just turn on any radio station or any television station, and there's, the next blowhard is going to give you his whatever opinion solution. It's not going to work like everyone else's. And there's an analogy for this. Imagine if you were feeling sick, just in the same way that society is feeling sick. And you went to the doctor, and I am feeling horrible. Doctor says, all right, well, let me check you out. He examines you, then he sits you down. He says, all right, well, after all the tests, we figured out that you have a tumor. You have a cancerous tumor. And the way that a tumor works is it's kind of like these rogue cells, these parasitical cells that are going to continue to absorb your body's resources until they kill you, until it kills you, until the tumor kills you. It'll kill itself, and that's just the cycle. But it's going to kill you. It's going to absorb all of your body's resources until it kills you. And of course, you're going to say, well, this is terrible news. This is awful. You're going to be struck with the finality of impending death. And so you're going to say, well, okay, what do you recommend, doctor? How can we cure me of this cancer? And if your doctor is anything like any mainstream political pundit, any Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, anyone in the main political thought in society today, your doctor's going to say something like this. He's going to say, here's how we're going to cure cancer. You're going to come in here, let's say 3 days a week. You're going to come in for treatment, an hour, 2 hours, not really sure. And what we're going to do is we're going to convince your tumor to grow into a kidney instead. And then it'll make you healthier. You'll have better, your urine productivity will go up, and the cleanliness of it will be way better, and the stress on your other kidneys will be less, and it'll just be much healthier for your body. You're going to be way healthier. You're going to, we don't have to worry about it. No problem. If this doctor tells you that his solution is to turn a parasite, something that has spawned as a parasite, into a healthy organism. Are you going to go back to this doctor for treatment? Can systematic problems have systematic solutions?